All right, the next case the court will hear arguments on is Sandra Stevens versus Mark Stevens, case number 17CA0084M. Mr. Stevens has waived his right to an oral argument, so we will hear from Attorney Lax on behalf of Sandra Stevens. The court has read the briefs and is ready to proceed when you are. You'll have 15 minutes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I don't have all that much to add that is in addition to the brief, but just felt that I would come here, enter an appearance, and state as the court reads this very simple fact pattern. Mr. Stevens set the house on fire. It burned to the ground. He committed what we would say in the domestic relations court, financial misconduct for sure. It is our position as the court reads the brief that my client, Mrs. Stevens, had every right to say, I'm afraid of you, I really don't want you showing up at the courthouse where I'm there, and to get the relief that she requested. If you look at the service issue, she faxed over her information to the jail in accordance, with the information provided. I don't think she committed any error, and certainly he failed to object to the magistrate's decision denying his motion for an extension of time, and really the standard I would respectfully submit would be just plain error. So I'm just going to respectfully ask the court, I have spelled out all of our arguments there, and I'm available just in case the court had any questions that are in addition to this. I read it over this morning. I really don't have anything to add, but wanted to make myself available in case you did.
At the time of the hearing, Mr. Stevens was in prison?
Correct.
And was the matter set for a case management conference and then converted into?
Yes, but if I'm not mistaken, because we had looked at those standard pro forma forms in the Medina court, says, and if it can also proceed to trial. It says it right on the form if you look, which we were going to get, but that's the standard form, so it's not like he didn't have notice that this could go to trial, which I thought was major here as well. There is no necessarily any right for a prisoner to get transported or to necessarily appear by phone as well. And it is interesting that he didn't file a motion to get transported. If he really wanted to come and have his say, he didn't do that either, which he could have done.
Did he in any way indicate to the court that he wanted to be present at the case management conference?
Not to my knowledge, not when we looked at the docket, et cetera, except for the filing about those motions. He didn't call her. She's here in case you had a question. I mean, not that he would have, but she received nothing else, indicating anything else. And frankly, given what he had done, I don't know how he could expect a different result, when you destroy your own property that way, as to why he thinks that the domestic court wouldn't consider what he had done in award, making the award that it did.
I think that's all the questions we have for you then. Thank you very much
very
for your presentation.
Appreciate
The
it.
court will take the matter under advisement and issue a decision. You will receive a copy in the mail of the court's decision on the day it's released. Thank you for being present today.
I appreciate